Hey everyone, how you doing? My name is Echo and I hope you're having a great day. Today's Minecraft video, we're back on Minecraft Java Edition for a brand new combat test snapshot. This is the Minecraft Combat Test 5/pending because everything you see in today's video is subject to change. Now when the combat update does officially release for Java Edition, it will also be coming to the Bedrock community. So if you're on iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox, Switch, PlayStation 4, this video is also very important to you. Now, I will leave a link down below as to where you guys can check it out for yourself. I have been doing a little bit of testing, and from my first initial thoughts, I don't quite like Combat Test 5, but I fully enjoyed Combat Test 4. Now, if you guys are just interested in gameplay, feel free to skip ahead. I do want to go through a couple of things because we were actually given an article by Jeb, which really doesn't happen very often. Now, before we go through this, guys, going back to 1.9, the developers changed combat, and I remember seeing a lot of tweets. I think it was from Dinnerbone or Tommaso. They were like, people will just get used to the combat system. Now, even to this day, there are still millions and millions of Minecraft players that have not gone past the Minecraft version 1.7 or 1.8. They refuse it. They absolutely hate the combat system. It's gone to a point where the developers can see this. They can see what clients being loaded the most, and it's 1.7 and 1.8. And they're like, well, we need to make some changes because Mojang and Microsoft aren't happy about this. There's not really that many people. Well, there is still a lot of people, but a lot of people are not playing the latest version of their game, which is definitely a problem. So, like I said, it's not very often we get an article by Jeb himself. Now, it says Experimental Combat Snapshot version 5, a snapshot dedicated to changes in combat mechanics. Hey, in the past few months, while working hard on Buzzy Bees and another update, we have had a series of experimental snapshots for trying out new combat mechanics. The purpose of these is to find a new system that can unify the Java and Bedrock variants of combat. The goal is to have fun and flexible system for players versus environment, PvE, monsters and such, that also happens to work well with player versus player being PvP, because PvP in the latest versions of Minecraft Java are really non-existent. The development of these snapshots has been in a slow cooker on the side of the main updates. The new mechanics will be introduced in an official update sometime in the future for all current editions of Minecraft. Until this happens, these are only available and manually installed snapshots in Java Edition. Please check below for installation instructions. So these are all the changes in today's version. We're going to go to game and check all of those out. Again, I have been doing a little bit of testing. Wasn't quite fond of some of these changes. Nonetheless, guys, let's go to game and let's go through the changes itself. So if you guys are testing this snapshot, make sure you do give feedback, whether you give feedback on the Reddit page, on Twitter, or in video form like this. I think the developers really do appreciate it. So let's go through the changes because I've wrote them all down here. First one, attack rates are generally faster. So in the last snapshot, and also I believe available in this one, you are able to hold to attack rather than tap to attack. And that's what they've got rid of, because before 1.9, it was all spam attack like that. So attack rates are generally faster. Now, something I noticed with this compared to the previous one is attacking is very robotic style. So when you're attacking like this, the movement is very, very robotic, very repetitive. It's the same with axe. You're kind of attacking in installments. I really didn't like this movement. I don't think this was the same in the previous one. I just like the previous one a lot better by the sound of things. The next one here. You are only able to attack when the attack timer has recharged. I can show you guys a little bit of an example here. So with someone else, a creeper. If I'm from a distance, by the way, and I'm attacking this guy, which, hold on. I can hit him for the first one, and I'm not able to hit him for the next one. So it says when the attack timer has fully recharged, you are then able to inflict more damage. However, if you stand closer and I hold down the attack, I inflict a lot of damage. So that one really didn't make too much sense to me. So if we attack him from there, I'm not actually consistently inflicting damage to him. We have to get a little bit closer to do that. Now this also links in with the next one. Attack timer only resets when attacking, not switching items. So what this means is the attack timer resets when you're attacking, as you guys can see. The attack timer is this, by the way. When it's fully up, it's basically classed as being fully charged. So if I attack and then try and switch, that's not going to happen. I then have to wait for this to be fully charged. This is to stop players from basically going attack, 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 if that makes sense. Repeatedly attacking with the same thing, although I am going to take this off. We do have some changes to do with shields as well. So it's to stop people from just being able to switch all the way through very, very fast. Although, I was able to switch from this to this then. But I mean, it's only a hoe. But it's still going to inflict damage. Okay, so that's something that they did introduce. You can keep pressing the attack button, so you can hold this down now. Again, it's the difference between... In the current versions of Minecraft, it's attack, wait for charge, attack, wait for charge. Before that, it was spam clicking, and then now it's you can hold down to attack as well. But it looks like both the current version of the combat and this new style is introduced. So you can hold down to attack, but you can also inflict a massive attack damage like this as well. Weapons deal less damage overall. So I thought this was a quite interesting one. Are they trying to make Minecraft a little bit harder, a little bit more difficult? So as you guys can see, when in main hand, it says attack reach. We'll get into that. Sorry, attack speed is 3, damage is 6, and reach is 3. We'll get into the reach in a second. If I show you guys a picture here, this being a diamond sword, when in main hand, 1.6 attack speed and 7 attack damage. So you can see here, they've actually reduced it. So what was that one again? 7 attack, and this one is 6. So they have reduced it. They've reduced it for all of them. It's not just a sword. So the diamond axe is attack 7. I think previously it was 9. So that's been reduced. Attack for a hoe is 3. A trident is 7. A pickaxe is 5. And there's probably a couple other ones that have changed as well. But yeah, weapons deal less damage overall. Weapons have different reach. Trident / hoes are further, and axe's reach is less. So we know, as you guys can see, that is 6. The attack damage of an axe is stronger. This means when you are PvPing, you are going to have to be a little bit closer with an axe. Which it kind of makes sense because it's like the strongest one. And this is what I was basically already showing you guys. So for, what did it say? It says, tridents and hoes are further. So if we stand here with a trident, we are able to attack a lot further with this. The same with the hoe. However, I was like, well, forget the attack, right? I'm able to hoe grass a lot further. I thought that was a lot better. Yeah, rather than the whole combat. I thought, hey, hoes, they reach further? That's absolutely brilliant. That definitely is something I prefer. So yeah, tridents reach a lot further. As for an axe, well, if we summon this guy here and we try to hit him on this one, you can see here we can't hit him. If we go to like maybe half like this, wow, we can hit him. So we can hit him there. And of course, the closer you are with this, the more damage you're going to inflict because this one's the strongest one. So I thought that was a pretty smart move. It kind of makes sense. Not everything should be the same, but you can't reach it from there. You can with a hoe, you can with a trident, and of course, you can with a sword as well. So the sword reach is 3. This one is a reach of 3.5. So if we stand a little bit further, are we able to... Oh, we can hit him here as well. Okay. Can't with a sword, though, right? Yeah, so we can with this. And the trident's the exact same. So trident is 3.5 reach. A hoe is 3.5. And the sword is 3. So, yeah, I kind of agree with those changes. The next one, natural healing. Oh, so I don't like this one. Natural healing from food no longer gives you saturation boost. Projectiles are more accurate. We'll get into that in just a second. So, let me summon... let's get some zombies here and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So we're using golden carrots, which are a very, very good food source. So if we summon 1, 2, and 3, / game mode, survival, we need to take some damage from these guys. So as you guys know, when you take damage, right, obviously your hunger is going to start to deplete. Now, you know, as a Minecraft player, if you eat food, your saturation can boost all the way up. They've taken that away. So you can see here, my hearts don't heal rapidly. This is already a feature that's already available on Bedrock. It was a feature that was already in Minecraft before they changed this in Minecraft Java. I kind of didn't like that. I think specific foods should give you a saturation boost. Golden carrots, god apples, golden apples being some of them. Maybe some potions as well. If this is the case, I'll tell you one thing. Hardcore is going to be very, 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 very difficult. And again, after reading a little bit of feedback about this, people don't like it. So they have officially removed the saturation. So the next one we have here is projectiles are more accurate. So this is something else that Jeb has tweaked and made it very similar to Bedrock. We will try with bow and crossbow. I'm also going to try with snowballs as well. So in the last version that was introduced, there was a chance that your arrow wouldn't necessarily hit all the time. Now he's changed it where players do necessarily hit every single time. So if we get our target right on this bell, let's try and get this on there. There we go. And we do this every single time, 100% of the time, this is going to hit. Now in the previous version, there was a chance that it would miss. But this time, it is always going to hit. Every single time. Which makes sense, right? If your accuracy is on point, then there shouldn't be a chance that your arrow goes off this side, or goes off this side, or goes off this side. I've not tried this with a crossbow, though. So we'll give this a go. Try it a little bit closer range. In fact, we'll do it all here. I think they're all hitting in the same place. Yeah. So I think this is the same for every single projectile. Even these. Even these seem to be a little bit more accurate as well. What about, can we get that over there? Come on. That doesn't ring it? I mean, a snowball, would it ring a bell? Possibly would. So yeah, things are a lot more accurate. Even though the movement here, you can see the movement, if you look at the crosshairs, are slightly side to side. Things are still way better. There is one more thing I want to show you. And this was something that Jeb was contemplating removing from the game. So we do have a PvP enchantment, and a lot of people like this, and I think this is why Jeb's kept it in here. We have chopping 1, chopping 2, and chopping 3. Now, if we grab chopping 1, 2, and 3, in terms of what it does is, it says here, chopping 1 is 2 attack speed, 8 attack damage. This is attack 9, and this is attack 10. Now, this disables shields, and I have showed you this previously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give chopping 1, 2, and 3 to a zombie and show you guys exactly what it does. So this guy has chopping 1. If we go to game mode survival and I activate my shield is going to be disabled in inactive for a certain amount of time. Also, the chopping, it does inflict a lot of damage. So when if you look at the shield on the left, you can see it goes down and I'm not able to pull it back up. It kind of does a very similar effect to, you know, when you disable a Ravager. That's the best way for me to explain it. But this is the guy with chopping 1. And it gets harder and harder with chopping 2 and chopping 3. So this next one has chopping 2. You can see here the difference compared to the previous one. So you're going to be disabled for a long time. You can see he is able to then attack me. Man, I'll tell you what, chopping 2 is quite strong. I'll tell you what, though, you cannot put chopping with sharpness, in case you guys are curious. Right, so this one is chopping 3. This is going to do a lot of damage, so let's summon ourselves one more dude. So we will go chopping 3. Okay, let's see how strong this is. So you can see that is disabled for a very, very long time. I want to see how much damage it inflicts, dude. That's a lot of damage. That's 3.5 hearts that this thing inflicts, not counting the also disabled shield as well. So let me give him a good old whack with this as well. Even though see, golden apples work with the saturation. So yeah, I think things like this and golden carrots should give you the saturation boost. Kind of makes perfect sense, and this is what I'm talking about with the boost as well. So that's everything in this combat. Again, I'm not 100% keen on this one. I liked how things worked in the previous one. Things were a lot smoother. I do like projectiles are more accurate. I do not like the natural healing saturation. But if they're going to do that, maybe give selected foods to give people a natural boost. Weapons have different reach. I agree with this. It makes sense. Specific weapons should reach further. And the hose farther when attacking, dude, that's just for getting your crops done. Weapons deal less damage overall. Okay. Making Minecraft a little bit difficult there. You can keep pressing the attack button. Okay, I'm fine with that. Attack time resets when attacking, not switching. I still think the combat here, these 3 needs a little bit of tweaking, but I do like this. Again, this is a combat, a PvP enchantment, and the reason why, guys, is because no mob in Minecraft wields a shield, which means only players do, which means this is going to be for your PvP experience. If you did learn something new in today's video, hit that like button. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.